Yeah. So this is yet another webinar organized by AfroSAFE Academy. And today we have a talk by George Daffa from Tanroads. So AfroSAFE Academy is a network of traffic safety researchers and practitioners with focus on Africa. And we started relatively not long ago. It's been maybe half a year since we were active, but there are quite some activities going on. So we organize a conference, we have a webinar. So I would really recommend you to follow up with us on LinkedIn. You can also sign up for emails because there are quite many things in the pipeline. So that's what is happening next. We have today's webinar with George. We have another webinar already booked for beginning of June with Vision Zero Academy in Sweden and Institute of Transport Economics in Norway, and also Society of Road Safety Ambassadors in Botswana. So it's kind of a joint effort where we will talk about how the knowledge from countries which are doing very well in traffic safety, how it can be transferred to the African context. And of course, the main and the biggest event happening soon is the traffic safety conference that will take place in Dar es Salaam. It's just like 1 month left. It is still possible to register. So if you are in Tanzania, I would really recommend, or if you can travel to Tanzania, I would really recommend you to join because the program is quite good, quite high level. And now to the today's speaker, George. He's the manager of Road Safety Department at Tanzania National Road Agency, Tanroads. He has graduated from University of Dar es Salaam, and now he's been working for more than 20 years within the domain of traffic safety. So he is running, coordinating programs on road safety management, on road safety audit. He is involved in training activities for safety professionals.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Axel, for this opportunity. As you can see in the paper, my name is Engineer George Daffa. I'm the manager of Road Safety Department from Tanzania National Road Agency. So today we are going to talk the issue of Tanzania experience in undertaking road safety audit. Although we do a lot of activities in the engineering part of the road construction, maintenance, but today we are going to talk about our experience on undertaking the road safety audits. The content of my paper, 1, should be the road safety situation in Tanzania. 2, the legal requirement for undertaking the road safety audit. Yes. 3 is launch of road safety audit in Tanzania. So we have to know which year the road safety audit started. 4 is objective of road safety audit. 5 stages of road safety audit. And the 6 methods we are using in undertaking the road safety audit in Tanzania. And the 7, the challenges that we are facing in undertaking the road safety audit in all stages. And the number 8 is the way forward. Next slide. The road safety situation in Tanzania is in year 2022, about 1,720 accident happens that causes more than 1,545 people dead and 2,278 people injured. These accidents, about 60% of all accidents happening on trunk and regional roads. Yeah, this is because the trunk and the regional roads is the high-speed roads, is the major roads. that vehicles are traveling in a very high speed, and also traffic volume is very high. That's why most of accidents, 60% happening in trunk and regional roads, which is under management of Tanzania National Road Agency. However, as the number of vehicles increases and the road improved, the number of road trauma also increases. As you improve the roads, it means you increase the speed and vehicle traffic volume. The main reason of accident by police is overspeeding. One of the reasons from the traffic police is the overspeeding is the first one, reckless driving, faulty vehicles, and the road environment. These are the main factors that cause road accidents. Next. Legal requirement of undertaking road safety audit. According to Road Act in 2007, imposed a statutory duty on road authority to construct and maintain safer roads. So the road safety audit we started in Tanzania. We started the road safety audit in 2009. And the second legal documents that require TANROADS to do the audit is the Tanzania Road Safety Policy, which has been established in 2009, which requires the road authority to monitor safety of their roads, identify location with the high crash incident, and do safety measures. And also, according to the World Bank requirements, because the World Bank is one of the financiers of in our road constructions, so one of the conditions that required the road authority, the roads of the TANROADS should be at least a 3-star as per IRAP assessment. And according to UN Decade of Action 2021-2030, that require country member to reduce accident by 50%. Yes, next. TANROADS is TANROADS is a Tanzania executive agency which is dealing with maintenance, design, management of trunk and regional roads network of about 37,000 kilometers countrywide. TANROADS is also responsible for the design and construct safer roads and the mobility. Next. Road safety manuals and guidelines that we are using for undertaking the audit in Tanzania. One of the documents that we are using is a guide to road safety audit, which has been established by the Ministry of Infrastructure Development in 2009. The second one is the 3 document that has been established by Africa Development Bank manuals for road safety audit, which was established in 2014. The ADB manuals that one of them is for new roads projects, which do the road safety audit stage 1, 2, and 3. The second document is existing roads, proactive approach conducted before crash accumulates. And the third one is for existing roads, reactive approach, identification and treatment of hazards areas. Next. Launch of road safety audit in Tanzania. Ministry of Infrastructure Development prepared a launch for a guide to road safety audit. This is a document I talked after consultation with the TANROADS. Ministry of Infrastructure Development instructed the road authority in June 2009. This is the first day that the ministry instructed us to do the audit, mandatory audit of all major roads projects as per a guide to road safety audit. Since the road safety audit concept was new for many engineers, you know, when you start with a new technology, you have to train your engineers. So TANROADS conducted on-job training to staff from year 2010, and some of its staff to attend national and international training organized by other institutions like TARA, Tanti Square, BICO, and Lund University, etc. So we send our project engineers and maintenance engineers to learn about how to conduct this road safety audit from 2010. Budget for undertaking implementation of road safety activities allocated in TANROADS is Tanzania shillings, is about Tanzania shillings 2.55 billion per year. This is Tanzania shillings per year distributed in all 26 regions. You know, Tanzania, we have 26 regions, and each region has got the regional manager to control the network of truck and regional roads in its area. So we have 26 regions within the Tanzania. Yes. Next. Objective of undertaking road safety audit, I think most of you know. One of the objectives of to do the audit is to identify and report on the accident potentials and the safety problem of a road project or existing roads. To ensure that road elements with any accident potentials are removed or that measures are implemented to reduce accident risk. Road safety audit also, among others, is generally accepted as a tool to improve road safety and crash prevention. Road safety audit stage 1, 2, and 3 on design prevention is better than cure. This road safety audit stage 1, 2, and 3, it means you are doing the audit in the design drawings. So this is just to change the lines in the drawing before the construction is started. So it's very easy to change the line in the drawing than demolishing the already constructed roads. That's why we say prevention is better than cure. Next. Stages that we are conducting a road safety audit. According to a guide to road safety audit, we have 6 stages when conducting road safety. The stage 1 is during the visibility study stage. This is the first stage that we are doing the audit. Stage 2 is during the preliminary design stage, that you have to check the drawing, you check the road signs, you check the junction, you check roundabout, everything, every component that is in the drawing. Stage number 3 is to do the road safety audit in detailed design stage. So in stage 3, in detailed design stage, it means all the road signs is there, all the road marking schedule is there, all the bus bay is there. So you have to check the drawing if is okay. But road safety audit stage 4 is on road works. During road works, there is a lot of accident happens. So you have to go to the site, to the construction site, to check if the contractor adhered with the safety measures. So you have to ensure that the contractor during construction is putting the temporary road signs and all other information signs. Stage 5, we do road safety audit stage 5, pre-opening stage. At the pre-opening stage, when the road construction is completed, the road sign is there, the road marking is there, but the road is not yet open to traffic. That's why we know it's known as pre-opening. The road completed, but the traffic is not yet using the roads. That you do the audit stage 5. And road safety audit stage 6 is post-opening and existing road. Post-opening, it means the road is already open to traffic. If there is any accident, the accident will happen. Which type of accident? It means from 1 month up to 6 months, you will see how the road users interact with the constructed new roads. That's where you do the post-opening or existing roads. Next. Method that we are using in undertaking the road safety audit. We, as the road agency, we have three methods that we are using in undertaking the audit. The first method, we use the in-house capacity. If there is no enough money, so we just coordinate ourselves. We just take one road safety engineer, one design engineer, one maintenance engineer. We do the audit in-house because there is no money to hire the independent consultant. But this method has got a conflict of interest because we are the client. So if your client, you own the roads and you are doing the audit. So this method is, although it's cheaper, but it has got conflict of interest. The second method that we are using is to hire independent consultant. It needs a larger budget. expensive. It takes time to procure consultant, so you have to do procurement to get the consultant. Mainly, to all donor-funded ADB project and World Bank project, we have to all the projects that are funded by these donors, we have to hire the independent consultant to ensure that there is no conflict of interest. And the third method that we are using is to put in the terms of reference that the designer for the road to include the road safety engineer in his team to do the audit. So client may include in road safety audit in contract of designer, road safety stage 1, 2, and 3. This is cheaper and faster, but also this is a conflict of interest because the designer is the one who makes the drawings. So if he's the one who is auditing his own drawings, that he put the conflict of interest. Next. Program for conducting road safety audit. 1, to identify which road projects or existing roads to be audited. So in each year, we put in our business plan, we put the program that this year we'll do road safety audit maybe in 60 roads. So we have to select the roads. So we have to identify the roads, identify which road projects or existing road to be audited. Once project is identified, the project owner, client, should help establish clear parameters for road safety audit, make a decision in whether the road safety audit will be carried out in-house or outsourced to independent consultants, this will depend on the fund. If there is a fund, you hire the independent consultant. If there is no fund, small fund, you just make in-house. Secure, identify budget for carrying out road safety audit, for identifying road projects, schemes. So you have to prepare the budget. Also, if you hire independent consultant, you have to prepare the terms of reference for consultant services for undertaking road safety audit on identifying existing road sections or to be rehabilitated roads as a guide to road safety audit 2009. Next. While road safety audit is necessary, compliance with design standard does not guarantee safety. You can see that you have a road which is very straight, 10 kilometer, but always accident happens there. What is the problems? If we just put the road which is very straight, 10 kilometer, you see every day is accident, but the radius of curvature is okay. Every highway component geometry is good, but it complies with the design. But always happen accidents. That's the question. That's why I say that compliance with design standard does not guarantee safety. Road safety audit helps sensitize highway engineers to safety issues. Feedback of road safety may lead to improve design standards. So if highway engineer design the roads, if we put the road very straight, he said that this is geometrically okay. So sometimes the highway engineer, you have to teach them how to do the audit. Road safety audit are also just for not just for big roads, also very short, small road projects, you have to do the audit, especially in urban area. Maybe there is just a 4-kilometer roads, but accident happen every day, you have to do the audit to check what is the problem. Road safety audit also helps you to identify safety problems at early stage, in design stage, as prevention is better than cure. Next. Involved parties on road safety audit. Parties that are involved in the road safety audit is the audit team. This is the audit team, in-house audit team or independent consultant composed of safety specialists who are commissioned by client. The second party is the designer. That is the design team is the party responsible for the design, will be asked to alter design to incorporate the recommendations. And the third party is the client. Client is the owner, like Tandods. is the owner of the road that he give the consultant services to the audit team. So we have these three parties that are. So a client is that decides to accept or reject your audit recommendations. Next. Undertake the audit. Team members to study the projects during the undertaking of the audit now. So each member to study the project reports and the drawings independently, then come together for site visit for road safety audit stage 1, 2, and 3. If this road safety audit is in a design stage, so and you are maybe you are 3, the highway engineer, road safety engineer, and the maintenance engineer. Everyone should check, should review the drawings independently, and then you visit the site to see what is the problems. Provide safety for all road users. So you have to check if the walkway is there, zebra crossing, cycle pass, if there is urban area and the local traffic, especially in urban areas. Manage speed by careful design of road environment. You put a speed limit if it's all speed calming measures. Guide and inform the drivers on any danger ahead. You have to put the warning signs to alert drivers. Forgive the driver's mistake. Always drivers do mistake, but you have to make a design that even if the accident will happen, the impact will be very, very low. So you have to consider forgiving drivers' mistake or inappropriate behavior by providing forgiving roadsides, or you use the safe system approach. Next. Road safety audit reporting and documentation. A checklist for audit reports. So in the reporting, just to put the introduction of details, who requested the audit, you have to show in the report, names of person in the audit team, you have to mention the names of the audit team and each profession, drawings and documents submitted. So you have to also to list the type of documents that have been provided to review. You have to list there. Constraints. If there is any constraints, you have to mention in the report that if there is no signing plans available, maybe one document missing during your executing the audit. When the audit was done, you have to put the dates when the site visits, date and time of site visit. Sometimes you have to visit the site during night because maybe accident in that area happened during night. So sometimes you have to go to site during night to check what is the problem during night, maybe visibility or problems. Date of meetings. If we do the meetings with the client and designer, so you have to mention the dates, and also you have to attach the attendance register of those attend the meetings. The technical terms used in the report also you have to show. Next. Checklist for visibility start. When you check in the guide to road safety audit, there is a 6 checklist that are used to check the safety features during the audit. So during the first stage or in the visibility study, the checklist general issues that you have to check: appropriate design speed, route allocation, provide bypass. If you wanted to maybe to bypass the village, you have to check it. Pedestrian facilities like zebra crossing, walkways, wider shoulder, location of junction, you have to check those types, layout, roundabout, consider pedestrian, cyclist, and motorcyclist. Also parking facilities for and rest areas. Also, you have to consider the police checkpoints where the police will stop when they inspect the vehicles. Next. Checklist during the road safety audit stage 2, preliminary design. What factors we are checking? These are the issues: appropriate design speed, stopping site distance, road side features, drainage. You have to check the bus bay, side slopes, local alignment, horizontal and vertical curve. You have to check it. Consider visibility, newly existing road interface, junctions, non-motorized user provisions, like pedestrian, cyclist. You have to check the schedule of road signs, the light, and the road markings. Next. Checklist for road safety audit stage 3 on detailed design. So you have to check what are we checking during the detailed designs. You see the factors: the appropriate design speed, pedestrian facilities, the roadside features, drainage, schedule of road signs, the traffic signals, the markings, local alignment, observe visibility, junctions, safety, guardrails, and guardrail roundabout. So these are the factors that we are checking during the detailed design. Next. Design safer junctions. During design, we have to check, during the auditing on design, you have to check these issues. No crossing roads. If you put crossing roads, it means you increase the conflict point to 32 numbers. Good approach visibility. This visibility is very important for in junctions. Speed of vehicles is controlled. When vehicles are approaching the junction, you have to reduce the speed. Channelization need to guide the path of vehicles and reduce speeds. Priorities made clear by signing. Consider needs of vulnerable road users. Don't mix junction type on one route. Next. This is one of the to check the design of safer bus bays. So when you introduce the bus bay at T junction, you have to put it after the junction in order to increase the visibility of the oncoming vehicles from the driver from minor roads. Also, you have to put the bus bay should be staggered tail to tail, as you can see in the next figure. The road sign, the bus bay is staggered tail to tail, and zebra crossing should be put in between in order to increase the visibility of the pedestrian who wanted to cross the road to see the oncoming vehicles. Next. Design safer junction. Also, you have to provide to stagger the junctions. If you put the cross junction, it means the conflict point, as you can see there, the rows, there is 32 conflict points. If you make it staggered, it means you put two T junctions instead of crossing. It means one T will have 9 conflict points, and another T will have nine conflict points. So it will reduce the conflict point from 32 to 18. And if you put the roundabout instead of cross junction, it means you reduce conflict point from 32 to 80 conflict points. That will reduce you increase safety. Next. Yes, of course, we ended here. This is staggered junctions. If you stagger the cross junction, it means you reduce the conflict points from 32 to 18. Next. Also, you have to check the angle of imaging on major roads. So you don't have to provide the junction which is Y junction, because visibility of the oncoming vehicles from the minor roads will be very poor. So you have to make sure that you enter the main road in a T at a 90 angle. Next. Checklist for pre-opening and the post-openings. As I said, that is if we wanted to check to do the road safety audit in the pre-opening and the post-opening, you have to check these components. As you can see, drainage, junctions, visibility, road access, non-motorized traffic, road signs. Next. So during the auditing of the existing road, you have to check the direction of the guardrails. As you can see here, the direction of vehicles, if they are going this way, it means the overlapping of this guardrail is vice versa. So if you allow the guardrail overlapping like this, it will bring problem to road users if we hit on that guardrails. Next. Also, you have to check the fishtail of guardrails ends. you have to put it in the soil. But if you put it like this, it means when you go and crash with your vehicles, it will cut you. Next. This is the consequences of putting a guardrail like that ones. So you have to ensure that the effect of inadequate overlapping of guardrail should be very proper. Next. Also, during the audit, you have to check the drainage structures as said in the checklist there. So like this area, many drunkards people, they fall on in the ditch here. So you have to put at least a guardrails to protect the pedestrian to fall into the ditch. Next. Also, in the roads, you have to provide the cycle paths and the walkway for vulnerable road users in order to reduce the conflict between the cyclist and the vehicles. Next. Also, this we provided the walkways, as you can see. Next. Conducting road safety audit, the audit process, who initiates the client, preparing the terms of reference that we talked, prepare the drawings, study the plans, inspecting the site visit, hold the commencement meeting with the designer and the client, undertake the audit, and writing the audit report in a tabular form. Next. Always in a highway, which is the high-speed roads, in edge line, we put acoustic road markings. As you can see, there is a gap between the lines. So if the vehicles run on it, it sounds. If the driver sleep when we go outside the road and drive on it, it brings sounds. So the driver will wake up and then will come back to the carriageway. Next. Also, we put the center line marking to avoid overcome the overtaking and including the visibility. This will depend on the visibility of the roads. So if we are climbing, we put the solid line to avoid you overtaking. But if you come down, the visibility is clear, we allow you to overtake. Next. A situation like this, there is a vertical curve, left-hand side, and then there is a horizontal curve immediately after the crest. This is very dangerous. So you have to put the chevron sign in order to alert driver that there is a sharp horizontal curve. Next. Also, this is inadequate roundabout signing. As you can see there is no, this is the one of the black spot. Most of drivers, if they're coming speeding vehicles, they run on top of the roundabout and they go straight. So it's better to put the chevron signs. Next. This is one of the chevron signs that will alert driver that there is a roundabout. Next. Also, we put the walkway there, but there is the street vendors. This is Africa. You put the good walkway, you put the shoulder there, but the street vendors, they encroach. This is also one of the problems that we need enforcement. Next. Also, inappropriate drainage structure, and you can see there a big drainage, and also the lack of the pedestrian slab to cross the ditch. So they put their own slab there using the timber, so that there are crossings. So you have to provide. Next. This is the party is how we are reporting the road safety audit. We put it in a tabular form in order to simplify how to check the findings, reference number, recommendation, and the client response. So the first row is the reference. The second column is the findings. The third column is the recommendation of the audit team, and the fourth column is the client response. He has to respond on the issues. Next. road safety audit documentation and reporting. So you have to show the findings, refer to problem, and the recommendation which give clear indication what need to be done. Next. Road safety audit, you have to make follow-up. The client will instruct the designer to make the necessary amendment to the design according to the recommendation of the auditor. It is important that this instruction will be clearly recorded to avoid confusions. So the client will tell the designer to change the design as per recommendation of the audit team. Next. Challenges of undertaking road safety audit. One of the challenges that we are facing is inadequate fundings. That's why we sometimes do the in-house road safety audit. If we have enough money, we hire the independent consultant. But if money is not available, we just do internally. Requirement process take too long to hire the independent consultant. Inadequate knowledge of road safety audit to our engineers. Also, this is a problem. That's why we're still training our engineers in order to cope with how to do the audit. Understaffing also is a big problem. Next. The way forward is we do TANDOS as a program for each region to do the road safety audit. We have 26 regions in Tanzania. So we train the road safety, the maintenance engineers from the regions in order for them to do on their areas. That's why we train them. TANDOS regional office appoint one engineer to deal with the day-to-day safety in the regions. So each region, they have to appoint one engineer who are dealing with the road safety in their road network from regional level. Prioritize the implementation of identification of hazard location according to the available fund. So you do the audit, but you do a treatment of black spot according to the fund available. Fund is not enough, so you have to prioritize. The first one dangerous, you have to put the first one to implement. The second one, it depends on the series of the accident happens. The regional manager undertake road safety together with traffic police on the existing roads. During the road safety stage 6, we always come together with traffic police because they know how road users behave on the roads. So we are going together to identify the black spot. The regional manager ensure that timely replacement of signs and other road furniture, speed limit signs, and guardrails. Next. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, George. Very nice, very interesting talk. Yes, we do have about 10 minutes for discussion. So to get some order into that, I would ask the audience, please just type your name in the chat, and then I will call you out so that we have some order. George, I had a question for you to start up.
Yes.
Ideally, you would want to have the auditors external, because then you will skip that conflict of interest problem. But are there external auditors? Is there some Tanzanian companies who have these type of experts, or where do you find them?
Okay, thank you very much for your questions. This road safety audit is new in Tanzania. So when we started in the 2010s, if we hire independent consultant for undertaking this audit, most of them they come from abroad because they have this knowledge. Because Tanzanians, but we put a condition in this independent consultant to ensure that if the foreign consultant company come, they have to sub consultant with the local company in order to build the capacity of these local engineers. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Yes, Thomas, I don't know, can you just say your question rather than I read it? Can you just unmute yourself?
Hi, good morning. Yeah,
Good afternoon,
my
Marco.
it's
How's
afternoon
Zambia?
that side. Zambia is okay, George.
It's
How's
okay.
Tanzania?
Morning. Mm.
Okay. Quickly, my question is, what are some of the key factors that that have contributed to the success of the road safety audits in TZ? What are some of the key factors that we could learn, that us, your your neighbors could learn? Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. First of all, you have to change your laws. Because before we started our road safety audit, there is a road act 2007 that put a mandatory road agents to do the audit. So the first you have to change your laws to say the road safety audit is mandatory. The second one, you have to put the police, road safety police, that also require the road agents to do the audit. And the third one, you have to prepare the strategic plan on how are you going to do the audit according to the fund. The fourth one is you have to allocate some funds. Funds is a big problem. If you don't have fund, my friend, you can't do the audit. So that's why in all donor-funded projects, we agreed that if the donor finances the project, they have to put a fund for hiring the independent consultant. So all the donor-funded projects, we have independent consultants on ground. That's how we achieved to do the audit.
Good. Now I see Joseph Howle. Can you please speak up?
Yes, good morning and good afternoon to my colleagues. I just wanted to respond to the question that the moderator you had asked about the availability of road safety auditors locally here in Tanzania. Yep. Actually, in Tanzania we have about 27 locally qualified road safety auditors who have been accredited during the implementation of the 10 steps project. So we have locally 27 road safety auditors. The problem is that they are sitting idle. They have no work to do, you see, so that they can keep abreast with the technology and the knowledge. So my plea to Daffa to use these local, yes, locally available consultants to partner with international consultants to undertake these road safety assessments. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, my friend. So we are going to improve our terms of reference. So don't worry, my friend.
Okay, good. Okay, I see also questions in the chat. Shauri, can you please speak up? Shauri Pulkeria. Okay, I can read up that question. So, sure. Okay, yeah. Shauri's microphone is not working. So the question is like that. You mentioned that there are 37,000 kilometers. Is this length constructed already, or are they in plan to be constructed, and the audit will be part of it?
Yes, thank you very much for your questions. This is the total kilometer of our road network, which is under jurisdiction of Tanzanian National Road Agency. This is the trunk and regional roads. So these roads consisting of gravel roads and tarmac roads. So some of the road network is gravel standards, and some are in bitumen standards. So that's all. That is the total network that we are dealing with.
Okay, thank you. Philbert, please speak up.
Okay, thank you, Daffa, for a nice presentation. I have one question regarding on the existing road, especially the audit for the existing road. we see that you have like a big road, like 37 kilometers. And how do you choose the area that you can conduct or you perform the road audit? As long as when you have a limited resource, for example, maybe based on the number of accidents which come from a particular area, how do you get the information so that you can carry out the audit?
Okay, thank you for your questions. In our road network, we always request information from the regional managers from 26 regions that they have to identify the accident black spot in their road network. So when you're identifying the accident black spot, you see which one has many accidents. From if you list there maybe 5 black spots, you see this is has got 30 accident. This has got 23 accident. This has got 17. So you have to arrange your accident black spots. So you have to treat your black spot according to period. You give priority because the fund is not enough. So if this is the financial year just treating maybe two black spots, next year you treat 2 or 3. It depends on your available fund. That's how we identify those black spots and treat them.
And I want to add just a simple question, add a question a
Yes.
bit. And
Yes.
this, the information just comes from maybe from the police or from the people who are maybe within those areas, or how the source of the information. For example, maybe like if you don't have a regular system, maybe to update the information and everything, or you have the database in place, a kind of, you know, like to me, to have the what is happening, you need to have a kind of surveillance or the system in place that can collect some information.
Okay, thank you very much for your questions. I talked in my presentation that when you do the road safety audit stage 6 on the existing roads, the traffic police will be there. And you have to collect the accident data from the traffic police because the traffic police are the owner of the accident data. So first you have to collect the accident data from the traffic police, and then you go together with the traffic police to show the areas of black spot areas. So we get the accident data from traffic police because they are the one who collect them. And then we go together to the site to show which area, which the problems, what are the road users behave in this area. That's all.
Yep. Okay, thank you. The next one is George Malekela from Amend. Can you please speak up?
Hello, thank you so much. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
thank you. All right. Congratulations, George, for the nice presentation and for the
Thank
good
you.
works at TANROAD. So I have a few questions. Maybe some of them will be more into clarification. I would say maybe, would you, you have given an example of an unforgiving guardrail. Do we have example of good guardrails that we can use or can be installed along our roads? That's one, which are approved by our standards, the Tanzania standards. Then there was a slide, I think slide 33, where you showed a picture of a truck on a road at a steep, was it a slope? Can we be at least when designing have widening the road in such hilly areas, we can have a bit of wide space, at least for trucks, for the, have an extra lane for the trucks. That's second. And do we, I know there are some places.
Can you please repeat that question?
The second one,
The
right?
second question, yes.
Yes, in slide 33, there's a picture of a truck driving at a slope. In such areas, in hilly areas, can we have an extra lane for the trucks? I know we see most of your roads are used by trucks carrying commodities, these heavy trucks. And to climb the hills, they're always slow and sometimes cause accidents. Should we have more extra lanes for the trucks in such areas? I know there are some places, but can we increase the number of such lanes in hilly areas? And third, you talk about the road safe audits and the few people. I've seen Engineer Joseph Haul has responded to that, but also we at Amend, a road safety NGO, I'm based in Dar es Salaam. We have offices somewhere in Ghana, Mozambique, and outside the continent. But at Amend, we do have a program called Safe Schools Africa, where we focus on school areas, but we do some audits. We work with road agencies such as TANROADS and TARURA. At the moment, we are working with TARURA on the RISE project. We go to their new projects, road projects. We do some assessments and provide safety recommendations for road users, especially the students. But we don't leave out other pedestrians as well, or other road users as well. We have done similar to a road in Zambia at the moment. We're working with Zambia Road Safe Trust. They are rehabilitating a road from Mpika to Chinsali, and this road is used by trucks that are carrying commodities from Tanzania, from the port of Dar es Salaam to Congo, to Zimbabwe, to Zambia itself, and other Southern African countries. Can we also maybe do some of the projects, some work in some of your projects in Tanzania, and what would be the needs, what are the requirements, and our service for these projects I've mentioned under Safe Schools Africa program, we fund ourselves. We have a funder who is giving us funds to do such audits and provide the recommendations to road agencies. Maybe we can do some of that in your projects, new projects as well. That's
okay,
all.
Thank you, George, for your long question. Yeah, I want to explain about the climbing lanes. As you know, many accidents happening, especially in our roads. Many accidents happening at the hill sections, especially for these big buses. They overtake at the hill. That visibility is poor. That's why nowadays in each road, if there is a high hill, a steep slope, climbing, we always put the climbing lane, the third lane, to ensure that the trucks are using the left-hand side lane, which is known as a climbing lane, so that the other vehicles they may overtake the trucks in a safe manner. The issue of the amending to do the road safety audit, when we are announcing the road safety audit to get the independent consultant, always we announce in our TANROADS website in order to do the competition. So we invite those consultant NGO to apply for this undertaking, the road safety audit, in order to compete, to do the procurement process, to compete, and the one who will win, you will get the job for the road safety, for conducting road safety audit. So I advise you to pass through our TANROADS website to see if there is any road projects that has been announced to do the road safety audit. You have to apply. You put your key experts that are experienced, and then you compete with your other NGOs and the consultants in order to get the job. Because we can't give job from any one person, direct one person. We are not allowed. So we always announce the tender, and then you apply, you compete with your other NGOs. So I advise you to read our website to see the announcement. If it's there, then you apply, you'll get the job. Thank you.
Thank you, George. I see there are two more questions, and then after that we will stop. So the first one is from Samela Sinkala, also from Zambia Road Safety Trust. So she is asking how frequently do you perform road safety audits in different regions of Tanzania? If there are some regional differences.
Yes, the frequency of undertaking the road safety audit will depend on the available funds. For example, in Tandros, annually we do road safety audit for 6 roads. We select 6 roads and we do the audit annually. So each year we do 6. If the available fund is enough, we increase. Maybe if 60, 80, 10, it depends on the available fund. If we have enough available fund, we can do even 10.
Okay, thank you. And the final question, Victor Uraha, can you please speak up?
Okay, thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, my question goes directly to Mr. Daffa.
Yes.
During his presentation, he has talked something about providing forgiving roadsides, especially for errant vehicles. But from my observation in Dar es Salaam, I've seen that when we have the street lights, normally they place a concrete pole so that when we have errant vehicle, it hits the concrete pole to safeguard the traffic, the street light. So does it mean that TANROADS are so much concerned with the road furnitures, but they are not there to protect the safety of the road users? For instance, when the driver makes a mistake. So can you please say something about that?
Thank you very much, my friend. Victor.
Yes, yes.
Thank you very much. As you know, when we put our street lights, most of them are collapsible street light. So if you crash it, just go down directly without any impact, a big impact. But for those, you see is it the concrete bollards or what?
Normally they place like a concrete column.
But is a very small one. Also, that type of concrete, the design of that concrete, there is no enforcement. So when you just crash it, it's just go direct. It can fail. It's not strong enough to impact your vehicle.
Okay, thank you very much, George. I think we will start rounding up now. We are a little bit past the scheduled time, but given all the technical issues we had, I hope you will excuse us. Thank you very much, George, for your presentation, for keeping the discussion going, answering all the questions. Thank you very much, the audience, for being with us, for staying until the very end. To close down, I would want to remind you first, please keep an eye on what is happening at AfroSAFE Academy. There are more webinars scheduled, but also I remind you about the conference in Dar es Salaam in June. It's not only a conference, there is one-day course in traffic safety. And I see there are quite many people here from Tanzania, so you do have opportunity to join. Please don't miss that. We really would be happy to meet you, and I think you will learn quite much from that occasion. Yes, the recording of this webinar will be available. I will do some editing, like clipping the waiting moments, but it will be available later today or maybe during the weekend. And I really hope to see many of you on our future events. So thank you very much, and bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.